The Sendai framework emphasizes an all-of-society approach to reducing disaster risks and recognizes that youth should be given the space to contribute.
Unfortunately, there are a few opportunities for youth to participate in disaster risk reduction.
We hope to change that.
We are the EnRiCH Youth Research Team, a group of students aged 13 to 25 from across Ottawa.
Our goal is to do research about disasters and contribute to the preparedness of our communities as active leaders.
Our team evolved from the EnRiCH Lab's week-long disaster mini-course program at the University of Ottawa.
Many of our members began as students in this mini-course, but anyone is welcome to join us.
In this video, you'll hear about our experiences with and opinions on youth engagement in disaster risk reduction. Enjoy!
Well, like most of us, I found out about the YRT through the mini courses that we did. We had spent a week learning all about disasters happening around the world and pretending to be in dangerous situations, and I just wanted to do more about that. So as soon as it was brought up, I immediately decided to join in.
I felt like it would be a great thing to do after the mini course because I loved it so much.
The idea of working with a dynamic team to help educate and inform people about disaster risk was interesting to me.
To better educate myself and others on important topics that are going on in the world that are more relevant today than ever.
I wanted to be a goal of mine to learn more about disasters and how we can respond to them effectively, and I want to spread my knowledge to any other youth that I encounter.
I also want to get a job in disaster preparedness and medical assistance, so I thought this would be a great start and a great learning experience.
To work in a platform where other youth can voice their opinions and concerns about emergency preparedness.
I believe this team will eventually make the society change its view on youth and disaster preparedness.
I wanted to try something new.
Because I overheard my friend talking about all the opportunities she got to have with this team.
I have a passion for working and connecting with youth, and this is an amazing way for that exchange to happen.
It was a good opportunity to get involved in academic research at the university level.
It's also really fun to earn volunteer hours this way.
But the most important thing that I learned is to not turn a blind eye and assume that disasters will never strike anywhere that you live. So I think it's really important to research about your geographical location.
How to work with a multitude of different people of all diversities and age, and working in especially a group laboratory setting, which is something I want to do in the future.
I have learned how to deal with different disasters, and I have become very open-minded with listening to other people's perspective.
Make go grab bags and being prepared for disasters.
Big one's technology. The youth team here has taught me a lot of things that I thought I knew but didn't, like Instagram or my own computer functions, my phone, a lot of different things that I didn't know.
I think, honestly, a better question is what haven't I learned so far? When I first came into the lab, I didn't really know anything about disaster preparedness or anything like that. But now, I've made a curriculum and everything.
Because we're big in number and in our action.
Youth make up of over 18% of the population, and if we aren't participating, that means that almost 1/5 of the population isn't helping out in disaster preparedness.
Youth are very resilient, and society usually look past youth as a resource.
Youth are becoming more and more aware of what's going on in the world, and we have different perspectives in older generations, and I think that our ideas have the potential to make some great changes.
When youth are educated in emergency preparedness, they know the risks and preventive measures, meaning that they become empowered, and then when youth are empowered, they can then educate their peers, their family, and their communities.
We've got lots of energy and enthusiasm.
Youth can change the world with their creativeness.
The youth can convince other people. So if a child goes home and then talks to his parents, and then the parents are more educated. And we have a great opportunity because we're still in school and we're always learning. So we have more knowledge and we can spread that knowledge around the world.
Because it's important for them to know what to do in a disaster.
It's important for everyone to be involved, but specifically youth, because we're the future.
We have the potential and the drive to make a difference.
To include youth would be a better approach to disaster preparedness, and it would also increase our community resilience.
I think the best way to engage youth is by creating activities that cater towards their interests and their strengths.
Make sure to not just get down to business. You have to try and get to know your team a little bit, because if you don't do that, then you just have a bunch of people who aren't really a team at all.
I would say to be a leader and get as many people involved as you possibly can, because it can benefit everyone in every way.
acknowledge the fact that the people in your team are going to be coming from different backgrounds and they're going to have different opinions than you, but it's really important that you take into account that their points are valid and that you should just always be open to hearing their thoughts.
To not force ideas out of people and just let them come naturally.
To recruit a diverse group of students of different ages that are eager and willing to learn about disasters.
To have a team with students from diverse backgrounds so everyone can bring a different perspective to the table.
It's really important to create an environment that's inclusive so that people feel comfortable to contribute.
It's really important that the team members feel like they can respect each other and they can contribute safely without feeling they'll be judged.
I would suggest that the number one thing is to listen to everyone's ideas and make sure that everyone can be heard, because that is honestly the best feeling and it makes you feel like everyone really cares about you.
Everyone always says youth are the future.
But youth are here now.
We have so much passion and energy to offer. Young people hold a wealth of knowledge and experience that can make an impact today.
It's time to listen and provide opportunities that promote learning and growth for youth in the field of disaster risk reduction.